In my last space video, I asked the question, what is the biggest planet? And the overall message of that video was, well, that question doesn't have a correct answer. But what if we expand the question into something more broad, like, what is the biggest thing in the universe? Well, there is a very obvious right answer to that question. It's the universe itself. Well, the observable universe. It's 93 billion light years across, meaning that in the time that it would take light to traverse it, GTA 6 may finally release. So because the observable universe is, well, as the name would suggest, the part of the universe that we can actually observe here from Earth, that means that it's a separate idea from the universe as a whole, and thus it's the biggest thing in the universe. Question answered, and I was able to do it really quickly. I guess a minute is all I need. But if that doesn't satisfy women, it probably won't satisfy YouTube. I don't like that answer. Maybe it is correct, but it just feels really cheap. So like we did with the last space video, let's make the question something different. What is the biggest thing in the observable universe? There are a couple things that might come to mind, like galaxies. These things are big. They're what most stars and planets call home. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is huge. It's around 100,000 light years across. But it's not just big, it's large. It's thick. Oh my. Around 1,000 light years thick. That's pretty big. Is it the biggest in the universe? Nope. So what is? Well, trying to research this gave me a headache. Because a common answer you'll probably see is Porphyrion. And you'll see that it's 23 million light years across. That is huge. But does it really count? I ask that because it's technically not a true galaxy, it's a radio galaxy. Meaning that the base galaxy is actually named, oh my gosh, SDSSJ152932.16 plus 601534.4. I love space, but I genuinely have no idea how the fuck they come up with these names. Regardless, Porphyrion isn't SDSSJ152932.16 plus 601534.4. It's radio waves and how far they reach, because they reach very far. And that makes Porphyrion the largest known structure of galactic origin, but not a traditional galaxy. So I tried to find that record, and then I came across IC1101, a non-radio galaxy that is apparently 6 million light years across. But then when I went to research it more, I saw its size estimated at between 403.3 thousand and 553.2 thousand light years across. Like, what? I was looking for galaxies, and instead I found a 5'10" man on a dating app. You're not 6 feet tall, and you're not 6 million light years across. Probably. And then to make it even more confusing, if you Google it, it says it's 2 million light years across. And speaking of Google, if you type in what is the biggest galaxy, not only does the fucking Google AI list a radio galaxy, but it lists the wrong one. And if you go to the Wikipedia article for the list of biggest galaxies, the top one is a completely different one from all of these. But at least when it comes to structures of galactic origin, we have a clear winner in Porphyrion. 23 million light years across is pretty hard to beat. But we can go bigger, because unlike you, galaxies aren't alone, usually at least. You can often find galaxies with friends, and we call this a galaxy cluster. Like our Milky Way, for example, is a part of what's called the Local Group, along with Messier 31 and Andromeda, with at least 80 group members overall. And the Local Group is part of an even bigger group called the Laniakea supercluster. A supercluster is, as you can guess, a clusterfuck. It's a cluster of clusters, and our cluster of clusters contains anywhere from 100,000 to 150,000 galaxies, and is around 520 million light years in diameter. But it doesn't stop there. Meet galaxy filaments. These things are so big, it's kind of hard to put it into words. They're literal walls of galactic superclusters, and they form thread or web-like structures. They're literally clusters of clusters of clusters. Ours is the Pisces Cetus, whatever that is, supercluster complex, and it's around 1 billion light years long and 150 million light years wide. Wow, these filaments are huge, and you might think that the largest one that we know of has the right to be called the biggest thing in the universe, and you would be right, if we were fully confident that it existed. The Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, which is a pretty cool name, I can't even lie, is a disputed galaxy filament that is theorized to span a distance of 10 billion light years. The amount of time that it would take light, the fastest thing in the universe, to cross it is more than twice the age of the sun. But its existence is disputed, and if we disregard it, then the crown apparently doesn't go to a galaxy filament at all, but instead a ring of gamma-ray bursts, imaginatively called the giant GRB ring, which measures around 5.6 billion light years in diameter. So I guess those are the records, so there you go. Maybe it's the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, or maybe it's the giant GRB ring. It's probably better to stick to a moissanite ring if you're looking to propose, though. Thank you for watching, and as always, I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Until next time.